Hey everyone, today we are headed to Clinton, Oklahoma, and the reason why we're headed to Clinton is an old cemetery. The name of this cemetery is John Old Crow, so I believe it's an Indian cemetery. This cemetery we've passed by tons of times. We actually have some family that live out in Rocky, Oklahoma, so we've passed by it a lot and I've never noticed it. The reason why I might not have noticed it though is that the grass is up high. And when the grass is up high in a cemetery, you won't notice it really unless the sun hits one of the markers just right. And that's what happened a few weeks ago. So today we're going in the cemetery and we're going to check it out. So here we are on Highway 183, and it is just to the north of this Veterans Center here, but it's over here on the right, just past this intersection we're passing now, and you can kind of see a fence there, but you can't really see that marker unless you know to look for it. So this is the entrance into the cemetery, and off to the left you'll see Highway 183. And this is out in the Clinton area. This grass you can see is pretty tall. You can see the cemetery just over here to the right. In fact, don't think I'm going to drive any further because I think there's some graves right there. I can see some flowers. So we're going to get out and we're going to take a look here. So here we are. I didn't want to drive any further because I could see some flowers here, but as you get closer, you can definitely tell that that is a grave right there. Looks like there's maybe two. Definitely one up over there I see. There's one with a fenced-in area here. And this one, 1916 looks like. Says he was a fine character and loved by everybody. Last name is Kias. Alice Prairie Chief. Born 1901, died 1910. This grass is tall. It's probably about my waist level, I guess. This is Mary, daughter of Perry and White Buffalo Reynolds. 1904. Age 2, infant son of Perry and White Buffalo Reynolds. So I don't know. Kind of just walk around in some of this tall grass. Yeah, look at this. It's about to just step right over this. 2006 there. There could be graves anywhere in this. There's another fenced in area here. And this one got some really cool wrought iron on it. I mean, that thing is sturdy. It's definitely an older style. See if we can see who this is. Looks like Willie Highwolf, and died December 1908, age 24. It's kind of hard to see, I know. Look at this sign on the fence. Cincinnati Iron Fence Company. It's pretty cool. I really like that fence there. Here's one. 1912, age 58. And High Back Wolf is the name. But this one, Harry Youngcalf, died, I think, grass has hit me in the face, but I think that is 1913, age 17. It says young calf down at the bottom. And this old tree is gone. It is dead. Man, this is some tall grass. It is just really overgrown. Okay, I see some more headstones right here. Walking through here. And man, I don't know if another person's been through here or what, but there's a trail right through there. Maybe some deer or something. This is Mother Nellie Pin. And that's 1962. William Penn, 1966. And like I said, I don't know if there's any others, but this is kind of like a row going over that way. So there could be some right in through here. Yes, there is. Because here's a marker right there. I don't know if we can read that marker even. You know, normally they have a tag in that. Man, this is tall grass. Now we're in some grass that's up over my head. I mean, this is tall. Really tall. And there's definitely spiders in this. And now we came up out of whatever that is. It just kind of lowers right there. But I'm not sure if that's everything or not. Don't know. Anyways, wanted to show you this cemetery and just let you see how hard it is to notice from out there on this Highway 183 right there. So, what I figured we'd do today is do a little trimming around here. See if maybe we can find some more. We may not, but at least it shows some respect to some of the people here that are buried in this cemetery. So all I'm trying to do is show a little respect and bring those people out. So we're gonna get started. Brought my edger and brought my lawnmower, but I don't know if I'll even be able to use my lawnmower, to tell you the truth. But I did bring some trash bags, some gas, stuff like that. We'll spend a few hours in here and see how far we can go with it. I've made a little bit of progress here, but as you look around and you start doing these cemeteries like this, and they're small cemeteries, but after you start trimming them, you realize they're a little bit bigger than what you initially thought. You know, it's kind of hard to judge the size when there's tall grass everywhere, and the fences aren't there. If the fences are there, you can kind of tell, but this one, the fences are gone. The fence is along the front. You can see a barbed wire fence along the back. And then of course there's a fence here that's electrical fence, like to keep cattle in or something, even though I don't see anything over there, but it's starting to look a little bigger to me, just because I know how much work it actually takes. just to show you my progress here. Definitely a lot of it is mowed. You can see some of these headstones, like that one right there. Alice Prairie Chief, that headstone is cracked there. And still standing though. Little child there. In my father's house are May Mansions. I think it's maybe supposed to say Manny Mansions. I'm not sure. But anyways, you can kind of see some of the progress that I'm making here. And I'm out of breath. Thirsty. And gonna get some more stuff to drink. You can see that headstone there. There's actually 3 there. You just can't see. But yeah, a lot of progress right here. Looking more like a cemetery now. I'm not sure when this was mowed last. When you look on Find a Grave, you can see that it was all mowed nice and neat and short. Not sure if I'll be able to get it that nice, neat, and short, but whenever those were taken was quite some time ago. But we're definitely going to make it look a lot better, and we'll get it to where it's noticeable from that highway right there. But anyways, off to the store for some Gatorade or something. It is hot out here. Typical Oklahoma summer. And I'm one of the ones crazy enough to trim and mow a cemetery. So you can see that made a huge improvement in this cemetery, but I have to stop. It's not necessarily because the sun's going down. I still have more time. But some weird things happening in the cemetery, and I'm not exactly sure why. Like, you know, I get these cuts on my hand. I'm not really sure why. That one's from pulling grass. That one I have no idea. That one I was just raking and I got it. I didn't even know I had that one or that one. Maybe it's from the edging, I don't know. But anyways, I got a lot done. I want to walk you around and show you what I actually did. Which is quite a bit, but it's definitely not as much as what I would like to have. But I'm going to explain something else to you that's interesting. So you can see this area here, and you might have seen my hands are shaking, so the camera might be a little bit unsteady. And I'm not sure why, but you probably saw me mowing here earlier, and my lawnmower was sounding really weird. And it's a Toro lawnmower. It's a good mower. It was just going up and down, and it's not because I was mowing thick grass or anything. But the odd thing is, it just quit. And you start it, it'll start a little bit, and then it stops. You can see it's a mower that's not really in bad shape or anything. It is an older mower, but still relatively in good shape. The weird thing is it's leaking fuel from around here, but it's also leaking fuel there. And so I can't keep it started because I think it's sucking air inside there. Sorry you can see my cut there. But anyways, I can't keep it started. It will not stay started whatsoever. Just quits. And it was sounding really bad. So, you guys might have seen in the video earlier where I was running this edger right here. And there wasn't anything wrong with this edger. But one of the things, and I've used these before, never had a problem. But as you can see, it's kind of hard to do this one-handed. But this was coming in and out. So what was happening was a lot of grass was getting tangled up in here, and it's never been tangled that bad. But it has stripped everything right through here, so it won't stay in. And but the odd thing is, the edger, the motor, would stay started. It just wouldn't spin that area. So I thought, you know, I probably just need a new rod in it. But since I'm all the way out here and I don't have access to anything else that I've got at my home, I'll just go to Kmart and buy a new edger, which is what I did. And this is a Craftsman, and I can't say I love Craftsman tools, but I can't say I'm the biggest fan on Craftsman mechanical stuff. So I come out here and start edging, and you can see in the video where I'm using this edger, and I'm probably only using it for about 30 minutes. And then as soon as I let off of the throttle, the engine stops. So I try to start it again. Of course it starts. I go full throttle, and it goes for a little while, and then I turn it off to get something to drink, and now it won't start whatsoever. So anyways, just kind of show you what I did. My goal was to mow all the way, all of this, about to where the car is and then the path coming in. But I can't. I literally have no equipment, and I don't want to go and buy a new lawnmower. And I'm not sure how it would be in this cemetery. And I think most of the lawnmowers that are at Kmart are Craftsman, and like I said, I'm not a fan. But it does look a little bit better, but I definitely want to come back and finish this. Okay guys, I know my hands are shaking, but I had a little bit of string of good luck. The edger that I couldn't start, that I just bought today, the Craftsman from Kmart, I started it up one pull, and it started for some reason. So I didn't want to set the camera up or anything. Sorry, I know my hands are shaking because I went crazy on this, and edged the outside of the cemetery and the inside, and then all of the in between. This was the area that was overgrown in between, around that tree and those graves and these graves. So you can see back there where I've done that. I'm trying to hold this with two hands because my hands are shaking so bad from the edger. But I ran a full tank on it, and so anyways, I did a lot of edging. You can see back up over this way, it's actually clear through here, and it wasn't clear before. Again, I do apologize for the shaking. My hands are just vibrating from the edger. Just kept it on full blast, and I didn't want it to die. So I just kept going with it. But you can see here, I'm going to do a little bit of raking because there's a lot of loose grass there, and I just ran out of gas, or otherwise I would have finished this all the way to the fence line. But that's all I had left besides what's back here, and there are no graves back there, so I actually feel pretty good about what's left. But anyways guys, thanks for joining me on this adventure. Little crazy, and I don't think there's too many people that do this, but just kind of wanted to do a good deed, and kind of give a little care to a cemetery that is a little bit neglected. So some of these burials are really old, with the exception of the ones that are out front there. So I just kind of wanted to show a little bit of respect, and hopefully I've done that. Like I said, when I do these, I like to do a better job than this, but you know, hey, you can't predict equipment problems. But thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time. The sun is going down now and I finished the raking, but just wanted to show you how much better you can see this cemetery now. You can see a lot of those markers, the grass is off of that fence. I know there's kind of a ugly reflection off of the window there, but try to reach out this way and show you. That is a lot better. Big time grass trimming today in John Old Crow Cemetery.